I urge you to come here 9:30 on Wednesday, hang out with us. We are developing organically a culture at 9:30 where we're all getting together and we're sharing our dreams, our goals, and what we want to accomplish. And what I know about goals and dreams is this: they don't work when you're at home by yourself. You got to be around a group of people. You got to speak to your fellow people and say, this is what I want to do. I want to do X, Y, Z. And until you do that, it's just, you're just living in this fantasy world and nothing's going to happen. So I'm begging you, I'm urging you, if you're in the Metroplex, come here, hang out. I drive a long ways to get here. You drive kind of long ways. Who drives long ways to get here? Oh my gosh, Maritza. She drives like 6 hours to get here. One way. One way. She only has one kid. 6 hours to get here. I'm trying to get her a date. I got you. Who drives the furthest? How far do you drive?
Well, we are from Melissa.
Melissa. Okay, so y'all are close. Y'all are close.
I think Marissa's
It's only 2.
2 hours.
I almost 2 hours.
2 hours. So Maritza, no kidding, 2 hours to get here. So that's
dedication.
So that's 4 hours back and forth, right? If we're doing the math correctly. And she has one kid, and
I have 6 kids. I know Daniel is right there trying to. No, it's 6.
well, I'm trying to get you a date. You got mad at him for telling her when you have 6.
I know, but I give up on that.
You give up on that? Okay. She has 16 kids. What? I'm just giving the numbers. That's all. She never wants to have a date. I'm kidding. How far do you drive? You're here in the area. You the area? 30? 20?
About 45.
Yeah, you're out there a good ways.
30 seconds.
Daniel.
Walks when he
If
feels
Daniel
like
if Daniel does a cartwheel, it takes a little longer, but if he just walks, he's right here 15, 20 seconds. Jump. That'll take longer. He's going to break something. We don't want to do that. Kevin, how long did it take you to get here?
45 minutes.
45 hours. Okay, so you're at a distance. Please come hang out with us. Are we having fun? Right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and we're getting to know each other more. And again, once you understand what someone else's goals are, you change your goals. No kidding. But like if you sit at home with all your little goals and you think, oh, these are hard, they're hard. But then you hang out with, what was your name again? Melissa. But then you hang out with Melissa, and Melissa's got crazy goals. You're like, oh, I need to get bigger goals. And then you just gravitate towards that, and your goals get better and bigger, and you get bigger and better, right? Like Julia, you were a school teacher.
Yes.
And now you're doing this, or mortgages, but you were a school teacher for how long?
4 years.
4 years. Was that your dream, like when you were a little kid?
It was my dream.
Dream when she was a little kid, went and did something scary like mortgages because her mom and dad made her. That's what she told me. I'm kidding. She didn't say that. She said she had a passion. That's her dad right there. But my point is, you listen to someone like that. Okay, she switched industries. Like she totally. It's like, okay, she did that. But if you're at home, you don't know all these things, and you don't get to understand and feel it. And like, okay, I can do that. Carrie, what did you do before?
I work for DFW Airport.
Doing what?
I was the manager for the unsupervised children that got on planes. I made sure there was somebody to navigate them and they don't miss their next flight or layovers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long did you do that?
For several years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Very cool.
Got to meet people every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was on
imagine.
vacation every day.
Beautiful. What did you do before this?
I was just applying to physical therapy school.
Physical therapy school. Okay. Do you have a college degree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bio degree, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have what?
Wow.
Bio degree.
Oh, bio degree. I thought you said 5 degrees. Whoa.
No.
What are you doing?
That many degrees will make you stupid. Don't do that. Maritza, what'd you do before this?
Before this?
Yeah.
I was managing I think it's a million store. I was a manager of a grocery store.
So retail.
Retail.
So left retail doing this.
Social media.
Social media retail. Interesting.
No, social media interviews.
Social media interviews
Yes.
inside of retail.
Outside of retail. That was my own business.
Gotcha. So you did retail, then you did social media, and then you did real estate.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So my point is this: please come hang out with us. We're a fun group to be with. Maritza's fun. She's got 16 kids. I mean, if you meet someone's got 16 kids, I mean, she can get some stuff done, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Like she's can we edit that part out? Anyhow, my name is Paul Roberts. I am the Chief Solutions Officer, and I got my buddy here, Brandon Scribner, the Chief. Let's
go, officer.
go, officer.
Get her done.
He left a word out, but I'll leave him alone. Let's go, officer. That's Brandon. And so, Brandon, let's roll into this thing here.
Let's do it. So if you haven't heard of us, you are hearing about us now. This is one of the best opportunities in real estate. And what you're going to learn from here is what we do, how we do it, and what we do to accomplish it. Sound good?
Sounds great.
First off, we're We Partners. A ship needs a direction. In order to get to your goals, we need a map to get to where we want to go. So our mission and vision is to empower agents, connect people, entrepreneurs globally so we can leverage opportunities, create wealth, community, legacy, and empower all of our partners to have bigger dreams, right? And what our vision is, we expand to see over 10,000 partners globally, transforming lives, building generational wealth, and essentially just having something that we could leave behind to our kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, the list goes on, right? So that is We Partners, and boom, 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 boom. Paul, you want to take this part away?
Yeah, dude. But I want to get back to the mission just 1 second. No, you can go. You can stay here. What was your name again? I'm sorry. Yasil. Yasil. That's that right? I'm really white. Yasil. Yasil. Imagine Yasil. You join an organization that's just getting going, and you get to be the fabric of it. You get to be the foundation of it. You get to help it build. Does that sound exciting? Because what we're looking for, we're not IBM where everything's done, everything's in place, and everything's set, and we just need brain dead people just to show up, right? This deal, we're looking for creativity. We're looking for people to show up and say, hey, how do we do this? What about this? What about that? That's what I love about We Partners, is because we are going to the 10,000.
We
right?
are. We're going to go over that.
Thank you. So next up, I joined a business 20 years ago. And when I joined, I was broke. My cars were all repossessed at the time. Our house was in foreclosure. We ended up losing that house. We couldn't feed the kids. My wife would go to the bank, and there was a lady there by the name of Bettina, and she would beg her to listen. We're about to get some money in the bank account, but we have so many NSF fees. We're not going to have any money to pull out. And Bettina would do her best that she could. She would help us. And she had this compassion, and Tamara would be there crying. My 2 daughters would be in the lobby. My wife was so good at this, about not showing my daughters the pain. They thought that they love going to the bank to get lollipops. They had no idea. Even to this day, if I had them stand up here, they said, we did not know how bad it was. So Tamara would beg them. And Bettina finally one day said to us, she goes, listen, y'all are so negative. I'm not allowed to tell you this legally, but you need to go to a different bank and open a different bank account. And so we did. We switched banks, but that's how bad it was. Tamara sat in line one time for 2 hours at Chipotle because if you brought canned goods, they were giving away burritos. So Tamara was bringing canned goods to get burritos. Okay, it was bad. It was. I can go on and on and on about how bad it was, but when I found an opportunity very similar to this 20 years ago, I realized what I had done wrong. I was self-employed, and I was excited about it, and I should not have been excited about it. Now, you got to start off self-employed to become a business owner, right? However, when you're self-employed and self doesn't work, self is unemployed. And now it's worse than being employed. Being self-employed is worse than being employed. You with me? So I want to teach everybody. I'm on a mission. So is Daniel. So is Brandon. So is Tina. We're on a mission to teach everybody to become business owners, right? Because it's not enough to be self-employed. And here's what I know. Now that I'm 55 years old, I know things. That is, people get tired, right? And when you get tired, and I don't mean tired like exhausted because you're old. I'm just saying, just when you do the same thing over and over and over and over again, you get burnt out. Even this young man, he's only 30, but I promise you, he's going to get to a point where he's like, I don't want to do transactions anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't. So what did he do all the while to make sure he could say, you know what? Guess what? I don't have to do transactions anymore, right? Who would like to not live the yo-yo roller coaster of commission checks and just have steady? You. So that was me 20 years ago when I saw an opportunity just like this. So when I met Daniel and he told me about this opportunity, that's what I was seeing, the E, the B, the SI. That's the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And for so many years, I was in the E, then I went to the S and I stayed there, but then I went to the B. I want to teach people how to get to the B. EXP has the best 2-year business plan. The best 2-year business plan. There's nothing better to become B. What becoming B means, my man Daniel went to Europe, This last summer for a month. The summer before that, he went for 2 months. Y'all with me? Y'all feeling me? And his income stayed the same. Who would like to take a 3-month time off and your income stay or goes up? Y'all with me? Like your income goes up and you're on vacation. Who wants to do that? So there's only 3 of you, that 4 of you telling the truth. The rest of y'all got to go to church on Sunday. That's a lie straight from the pit of hell. You want to be able to go take some time off and not worry about money, right? In my old job, what we would do is we would have these incentive trips, and we'd all go on these incentive trips. And Julia, everybody be there partying and having fun. I would be there relaxed because I still had money coming in because I built the business. But I had all my independent agents that were depending on that next commission check. They're over there. We're in Thailand. We're in all these crazy places, Fiji, and they're worried about what? Money, because they never would go to the business category, right? We have the best business opportunity inside of EXP, and it gets better than this. You ready? We have one of the best business minds in Daniel Ing, because not only has Daniel built a business here with this revenue model, but he's also built a business in real estate that also pays him, and he can walk away, not dependent on transactions. Okay. And then lastly, get to an investor. Investor's a whole different animal. That's where your money's just making money on top of money on top of money. And you literally can do nothing or do whatever you choose to do. Okay. Who wants to be a business owner? Can I get a show of hands now?
I want to be an I.
She wants to be an I. Okay, first we got to get to B, then we'll get to I. I think truly the definition that I have for I and Kiyosaki has, the only I in here is technically my man Daniel. Now I'm about to be an I any minute. I'm about to have a company go IPO, which I'll check for me real quick, see what happened. I'm about to move into his category, so him and I are going to take 2-month vacations together. Where are we going next summer?
Asia.
Asia? I want to go to Amsterdam now that I'm sober. Good point. So, but when you're an independent real estate agent, you're in the S category. There's nothing wrong with that. Be proud of that. However, let's start building your future today. Go ahead.
And how do we do it? People join cultures, people join collaboration, people want a sense of community. And while we have all the nice tools at EXP, we also have another tool that you can't really put a number to it. It's all of us. So we truly care about people, building people up. As you say, we're building leaders here, not just business owners, not just investors. And it only works when we come together and share the same dream. Daniel has done a wonderful job at getting us all together. As you can see, there's probably 20 slides up here, and I'm being kind of conservative of how many events that we do. This was for his birthday. This is to tell you where this man's heart is at. His birthday, didn't want a big party, didn't want nothing to show for it. He wanted to help people in need. So he set up a time to go make sandwiches, food, pack lunch for how many lunches did y'all pack that day?
Close to 4,000.
4,000 people. So 4,000 people were fed on this guy's birthday. Most people are like, hey, let's go have a party. Let's go do whatever, have a cake. He said, nah, I'm going to feed 4,000 people. And this is just part of the things that we do. We have leadership masterminds in Scottsdale. We mentioned before, we are global, all 50 states and 26, 27, something amount of countries, right? We're there. We do barbecue events to enforce the culture. There's a lot of things that we do have here as well. We also partner up with SurePath Lending. So not only do you have lenders, you have
we
real
got
estate
one.
investors. You have everything you want here. We're like a big buffet. You pick whatever you want. You don't like this, go over here. We got it all. But as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff that we do.
Slow down the pictures of me.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody's looking for themselves. You know it. Don't lie to me. There I am right there.
So Paul's only been here for about 2 years now, right? And he's already had the opportunity to speak on stage in Dallas, but also in Boston. He was personally invited to go speak to a lot of people he didn't even know. And that just speaks to the confidence that the organization has in this gentleman right here that's only been in real estate for 2 years. And he's speaking in the front of all these people about whatever, right? I mean, I know your why, but you know, it's the empowerment right there. If you can empower your folks, or maybe even yourself, the sky's limitless. You can do whatever you want. I was having a conversation with my little brother today. I was telling him, hey, the key to what you want is personal development. You learn that, you can get anything you want. You don't have to read a sales book, none of that stuff. You're going to find out how to make it work. And I truly believe in that. And that's something that we build, no pun intended, but we build that every single day here, every week. Here on Wednesdays, we have our leadership meetings. There's a lot of things that we do here that benefit you, not only business-wise, but personal-wise. Let's go. Here's another group that we do, Partners in Prosperity, held by Lucia. It's a time where she gets all these agents she's worked with in the past, get together and kind of get to know each other and learn about their goals. She does that every month. Vision board. We also do commercial real estate. But if we want to get down to the nuts and bolts, as I told you before, we do a lot of events. So what is EXP? The best dang thing on earth is what it is, right? So the beginning of EXP, Glenn Sanford, our tech genius CEO, thought of a way like, hey, how do I build something for the agent or by the agent for the agent? It's a real estate brokerage that's for the agents by the agents. And this is how he did it. Boom, boom, boom. He created something called a cloud-based brokerage model. He was way before his time. Back in 2019, we had something called, I mean, pretty sure y'all know it's COVID lockdowns, right? People are working from home on your computers, et cetera, et cetera. We did this in 2009, creating something for agents to actually do their business at their own place, where they want to be, whether it's a coffee shop, whether it's a beach, whether it's at home. I don't care, you name it. In Asia, Amsterdam, you can still do business wherever you are without being tied down to one spot, which is a brokerage. By doing that, he also eliminated a lot of fees paid by the brokerages. Remember, this is a brokerage that's created by agents for the agents. So the money they get goes back to the agents and supporting ourselves. And there he is. That gentleman right there, boom, 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 boom. Most CEOs are, kind of hidey-tidy, hanging by themselves. I don't want to be by anybody. But this dude's hanging out with us. A billionaire hanging out with us. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's cool. But so boom. Let's see. What's the solution? We just talked about that. How do we get more money back into our agents or the agents? Because you work hard for your money. You want to know where your money goes. And you also want to know, how is that money going back to supporting me? By eliminating the brick and mortar, we're able to split the revenue with our agents, because at the end of the day, what are we working for? Money so we can provide for our family, future families, and all that, everything entwined there. What do you think about that, Paul?
Doing good.
All right, cool. Do we want to get into the EXP world?
Yeah.
Okay. So disclaimer. EXP, any brokerage you get, whatever self-commission model, it only works if you work. All right, so this is just here to say, hey, yes, you can make a lot of money, but nothing's guaranteed. It's all up to you. I'm sure folks in lending as well, you know it. You gotta talk to people. Go figure, right? I gotta actually meet people in face to talk people to make some money, but that's our disclaimer. Boom. You want me to talk this, or you got this one?
Can I add something to the?
Yeah, go ahead,
okay,
man.
so real quick.
Interrupt me anytime, bro.
So imagine, if you will, I'm brand new to real estate. I know nothing at all. In fact, Daniel told me when I got here, he goes, don't even worry about doing transactions. All you got to do is build, just like you built an insurance. I was like, cool. As I was hanging around this fun group of people, and this is the process of hanging around people, I was like, you know what? I want to do transactions. I want to do transactions. I don't just want to build. I just want to see what it's like, right? And EXP is the best model in the world to bring in school teachers, to bring in people like me, insurance people that have no experience whatsoever in real estate, and get them up to speed very quickly. I have 7 listings right now. 7. I didn't come here to do transactions, yet I have 7 listings, right? How did that happen? Well, one way it happened is through the group that Daniel built. People like Ernesto, people like Brandon, they helped me. And so what it is, you get to ask questions to so many people, and no one makes fun of you. At least they didn't to my face.
You make fun of me.
I do not make fun of you. You're a freaking superwoman. I do not make fun of you. But my point is, I could ask the silliest of questions, and I had people like Tina that would help me. And when I look at the real estate world in general, it's broken. It's horribly broken, because you go to this little bitty office, and maybe in that office you have 30, 40 people, maybe if you're lucky, and you got one broker. Am I right? Is that the traditional? Okay. So you go in there and you have to sign up to learn stuff, right? you don't have enough people to choose from, to pick from, to say, hey, can you help me? Can you talk to me? And on top of that, you got a broker that's your boss, which there's the broken part of the system right there. That is the dumbest, if any brokers in here, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That's the dumbest thing in the world, having a broker as a boss. You know why? Because all they did was pass a test. That doesn't make them a leader. Y'all with me? That doesn't make them a leader. A leader is not someone that passed a test. A leader is someone that has compassion for someone that can say, hey, I know you're working hard, Tina. I know you're busting your butt. I know that thing, that your transaction that fell off, you put your heart and soul into it, but I believe in you. You with me? See, that's a leader. Not, well, what did you do wrong? Did you do everything right legally? That's a lawyer. A lawyer ain't going to help you grow. Why would you entrust your life, your entire existence, to someone that won't even get on your level with you, that's your boss, right? That's a broken system. Glenn Sanford saw that and said, no, we got leaders out there that didn't pass the stupid test, right? And they're worth more than the people that passed the test. Now, brokers are great. We have the best brokers in the world. I mean, they're amazing.
I have about 10 of them in Texas alone or something.
Yeah, I mean, one of them is my neighbor. He just moved though. But
Just text me on the Slack.
did he really?
So funny you just said that. You just texted me.
But they're the coolest, because you know this system works because now the broker's not my boss. We are in it together, right? We just had a messed up situation, jacked up situation, horrible situation where we were excited. We got a new listing. We're ready to go. And we find out, and I get like a cease and desist from someone. And they said to me, hey, we've already sold this house. We got an executed contract. You can't list this. And I was like, I'm brand new. I'm like, what did I do wrong? You know, I didn't say that to him, but we called the broker. We told the broker what happened. The broker goes, oh no, that's your listing, my friend. I was like, yeah, you were at the table when we made the phone call. So I was like, oh, all right. I got this, right? So come to find out, it was true. We didn't do wrong. They did wrong. They were trying to get one in there, right? So anyhow, we got the best brokers in the world. However, they're not a broker to be my leader. Now, Daniel's a broker, but he's a leader by heart, right? Daniel's someone that will get down in the dirt with you, get down in the trenches with you, and fight with you. That's what you need in a broker, right? But in this case, in the situation we're in right now, he's not even a broker, right? He hung that up. I ain't gonna say it. But I love this system because you got so many people helping. It's just over and over. And that's how you have stupid growth like this.
Exactly. So starting in 2009, but in 9 years we went public. So we're publicly traded. So this thing works in 2018. And then, you know, fast forward 5 years later, we're the #1 brokerage in 5 categories, including transactions, side moves, and all that stuff. So we are doing business. We are not a startup company. We have grown from that. We have the right tools in place. If you're brand new, we have the right tools in place. Even if you're a top producer, we have everything you need. You just got to find it.
Yeah.
And we have it here at EXP. Boom. All right. Where innovation meets opportunity, how do we fit? So reiterating this. So back in 2009, we started off at what, 23,000 agents. And then right now we're currently over 90,000 agents, and the sky is still high. So we're continuously growing. Why are we growing? Because the model works. You know, we're bringing agents together, building leaders. It works. So join the largest brokerage independent in the world. Boom, boom. Just to give you some numbers to it. Here's us, EXP Realty. We had that many transactions in 2024. All our competitors are right here. Nothing wrong with them. They're all doing great. But one thing I do want to point out as well, within our top 50, we're already surpassing most of these other brokers down here. These are 250 people in one brokerage out of 90,000 that is pushing out production to compete with everybody else. I mean, do y'all think that's amazing? Do you think something's working? There's something in the Kool-Aid that actually works, right? So like, Yoshi, you're part of this right here. So we're happy to have her on the team. She's been amazing since what? You joined how many weeks ago? A month ago. Yeah. Time flies, I guess, right? But yeah, Yoshi's an amazing addition to the team. She's going to be part of that 91-3 right there. So boom, what's next? We already talked about growth leaders. We already talked about this stuff right here. But if you want to look at it, take a picture. We're going to be number one in every single category going forward, and we're just going to continue going. Boom. Talked about that too. Doom. So if you are wondering how do we do all this stuff, how do we support our agents? We have training and development over what 8,000 hours per. I don't even know. There's a lot of training. All right. So I never want to hear anyone say, "Hey, there's not enough training at EXP," because we have it all. You just got to pick the right one. Advanced technology. We are cloud-based. Our founder is a tech guy, meaning that he's bringing all his knowledge to the tech world, translating it over to the brokerage world. It's a collaboration, a mix of both worlds. How do we grow? Innovation. That man did it right there. EXP world, we could talk more about that, but just know this is where we collaborate, talk to brokers. If you need help with anything, with support, onboarding, it's all within the world. You can literally log on your computer right now and find out. Or you can make a phone call. Everyone's accessible. So what do you get at EXP? A lot of things.
$85 a month right there.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Paul. How much is it?
$85 a month for all that stuff right there.
$85 a month. This itself probably costs $85 a month. This right there costs, I don't even know how much, but anything you get on here, you cannot beat this for $85 a month plus tax. All right.
Plus tax.
And we're also the first brokerage to have free choice of CRM, whether it's Lofty, Chime, or Bold Trail. You pick your poison, whatever you want to work. Right. We also have lead gen, whether it's through relocation, real estate owned properties, or bank owned properties, making it rain. This is, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 categories for lead generation for $85 a month. Now let's talk about training. We got this too. There's probably about 10. We have EXP University. Fun fact about EXP University, we actually recruited Keller Williams' Chief Education Officer to come revamp EXP side. So we have the guy that did Keller Williams coming over to EXP and making things better. He's been a pretty good job about it too. I actually was one of the contributors for FastCap. What's FastCap? FastCap is a 6-week training program designed to get you started in real estate. It's not just for new folks. I mean, I've done a good amount of deals myself, and when I went to FastCap, it was almost like a refresher. Because, you know, we get bombarded with a lot of things. We learn new trainings, new tools, everything. We're constantly bombarded by everything. Sometimes you forget the foundation. FastCap is one of those reminders that boot camp say, hey, this is how I get my business. What are the daily activities I should do? Weekly activities tells you to track it. And it's a pretty nice thing that I got going on. And if you're a brand new agent, we also have a mentorship program. So you see, if you're wondering about getting into real estate, you can get Yoshi as your mentor right there. So she'll be there to guide you. But it's not just Yoshi. It's everybody you see in this room right here and everyone you don't see in this room. Because we have an organization of over 300 people. You have the power of EXP behind you. You have everything you need to make it work. So I just want to reiterate that right there. Talk about support team. Anything you need, you have it right there. I don't think I have to elaborate more on that, right? You're good with that, guys? Cool. Boom. So how does it work? You're on an 80-20 commission split, meaning that for every $100 you make, $20 goes to the brokerage. 80% comes to you. Now, does it end? Yes, it does. We have something called a cap, which is a $16K cap. Meaning that the moment you make the brokerage, I don't want to say make the brokerage, but essentially the moment you pay out your cap to the brokerage of $16K, all your transactions are going to be $250 a transaction for the entire anniversary year. So if you started in September, let's say you cap in December, you have until next September to get all your monies, or I'm sorry, all your compensation for $250 plus minus some fees here. So I think it's a pretty damn good deal. Oh, sorry, excuse my language, but I think it's a pretty damn good deal, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So how much does it all cost? We already talked about it. You know, $150 to start up, $85 a month going forward plus tax. But you get everything you just saw for this price right there. Boom. Since we're on a conversation about money, the one thing I tell people this, I think the E in EXP stands for entrepreneur, meaning that there are so many ways to create wealth and money within this brokerage for doing things that we're already supposed to do. I mean, we're here to sell homes. No, we're not here to sell homes. I'm sorry. We're here to help families out with their next move, whether you're downsizing, whether it's a first-time home buyer or someone who may be selling because of life issues. We're here to solve problems. So we're already doing the things that we're supposed to do for people. We just get rewarded even more for it. Like, frick, dude, the frick, see, I'm changed up, being a little PG here, but you get $200 worth in stock from your first transaction.
Are you sure you're not a Gen Xer?
I don't know. I may have a lot of.
Because we've learned those things. out
Oh, yeah,
just
I guess.
naturally.
Yeah. I'm somewhere around there, I guess. Yeah. But you also get $400 of EXP stock whenever you cap. You're already doing these things, but you're still getting rewarded from the company to do the things that we're supposed to do. If you attract another agent to the company to join, you also get $400 in stock. We help train the agents. We help build the agents. Everything is right at your fingertips. All right. We also have something very unique that not a lot of brokerage has done before. I mean, who's had a W-2 job before? Raise your hand. Did you have a 401k or anything along the lines of that, right? So with real estate agents, we don't have that, right? Because we're self-employed, we're 1099. The only time you can invest if you buy, real estate or you put into a Roth IRA, whatever you want to call it, right? We already have something built in here for EXP for our agents, meaning that you can I don't want to say donate, but you can contribute 5% of your commission check to EXP stocks at a 5% discount. Basically, if you were to get that money today, sell it tomorrow, you're already at 5%. I mean, don't y'all like that? You already made a 5% increase on your ROI. So 65% of agents do that. And what I was really trying to say is this, because this is now a savings plan for agents. Not a lot of folks have saving. I don't want to speak for a lot of folks, but they say statistically, a lot of agents don't have some sort of saving plans unless you are investing in real estate or you do things on your own. But we already have this backed up for you. So we're operating like a real company where we can actually build your retirement based off what you're already doing. And the cool thing about this too, is we didn't talk about it in the other slide. Let's say you hit your cap, hit that 20K, almost that 16K, and within that calendar year, you do 20 transactions. That 16K you paid to EXP, you get it back in the form of stocks. So if you look at it this way, we're not an 80-20 company. We're actually a 100% plus company.
Amen.
When it comes to, selling real estate. So doesn't that sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
I can't hear you. Does it sound good or what?
Sounds awesome.
Okay, good. Exactly. That's our money we're getting back, y'all.
I love EXP.
Yes, we do. That's David Fan right there. He's an awesome agent, investor. So if y'all don't know him, please connect with him. He's amazing. But anyways, we're a company. I told you, it's E for EXP is entrepreneurs. We get our hard-earned money back. It's not going to paying some real estate company, mortgage or whatever, right? No, this is our money coming back to us, distributed to other agents. That is amazing, man. But that doesn't fire you up, then I don't know. Let's do something else, but let's go. We're going to talk about this. We get CRMs, your choice. We talked about this as well. Where is the money coming from? Just so y'all know, it's not coming off the backs of any of our agents. That 20%, that 16K gets paid out 50% two ways, right? 50% for the company, because we have to pay for our brokers. They're W-2 workers. They work for us. We have our staff onboarding team. They have to get paid. So within that 16K, it's 50% of it goes to our workers. The other 50% goes back to us as agents. So, and check this out. We're zero debt. We're paying out all this money to the agents and our workers, but yet we're zero debt. That is amazing. That means we are sustainable. The model works. It's worked for 20 years. It's going to work for another 20 years and another 20 years and another 20 years. To the time I'm not here. I believe that. Boom. And here's another way to make money as well. We won't get too much into it. If you want to know more about it, meet with us after class. But if you bring in agents, you help them build, they will also build wealth for each other. Boom. Like I said, if you want to learn more about this, let us know. Paul, you want to touch on this?
So I'll just say this. So revenue share is something you're already doing already. For example, if you met a real estate agent and you were working at, XYZ brokerage, right? And they were a friend of yours. Y'all are friends, right? And you said to your friend, hey, come meet our people over at XYZ brokerage, right? Well, you take them to XYZ brokerage and, okay, good. I'm glad you brought her over here. Yeah, we're going to hire her and we're going to train her and get her ready. But you get nothing for that. You with me? But you're doing, like, if you worked at, like, I worked at Chili's waiting tables back in my early 20s. I would tell all my friends, you knew where Chili's. Best place to make tips than anywhere. I was in Denton. It was the only restaurant in Denton at the time. And it's like the best place to make money, tips in Denton this is it. I told everybody, and I got several people jobs. Did I get anything for that? No. So it's a natural thing for us to just invite people, say, hey, come check this out. Hey, come check this out. Well, Glenn rewards Yoshi for bringing her friend. Glenn says, hey, I'm going to help you create a business, Yoshi, by just inviting what you already do it. You already invite friends. Now you get to create a business, a revenue stream. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. This is a 2-year business plan. This doesn't happen overnight. That's why I don't like looking at these numbers. I don't want you to focus on the numbers. Just keep inviting, keep inviting, keep inviting. Create a mess. And then you'll look up one day, like I did in my old business, and someone wants to buy me. Seriously, that's what happened. It was like I was inviting people, Melissa, inviting people, and I noticed the overrides are getting a little better. You know, we're making a little bit more. I was like, this is feeling good. This is fun. This is fun. I can take time off. I can go to Fiji and not worry about money. I can go to Banff, Canada, play golf and not worry about nothing, right? But it got to a point they said, hey, we'd like to buy you. I was like, I didn't know I was for sale, right? I had no idea that I could sell this, okay? Well, we get to do the same thing here with EXP. You just keep inviting, and then you'll look up one day and say, I've got a business. I am now that business owner that Paul talked about 2 years ago. You with me? You're going to spend the 2 years doing something one way or another. Am I right? You're doing something the next 2 years. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. Why not just invite people, and then you get to earn a revenue stream on the side? It's a side gig is the way I look at it in the beginning, doing what you already do. You with me? I love it. It's an absolute bless.
What I love about it
Tell me.
is that the revenue doesn't come from the agent. It comes from the broker.
Repeat that.
That I love that my revenue doesn't come from what belongs to the agent, but it comes from the broker side.
So in my old,
So it's not like I'm taking her money, like as part of her money is coming to me, is part of the broker's money coming to me.
I'm glad you said that. My old business, Ernesto, and I hired you, okay? My commissions, your commissions, I always took a piece of them. And guess what that has between me and Ernesto? Y'all ready? Resentment. No way around it. He will always resent me. But he'll say, oh, Paul, you're such a great leader. But at the time, he's like, why is Paul earning 100% and I'm only earning 90%? I had to deal with that crap for 20 years. When Daniel told me y'all's program here, I was like, you mean I can bring in my friends now, my buddies, and not worry about us having that animosity towards each other? Because they can go to 100%. I can still be to 80%. Doesn't matter. That is awesome. That's amazing. Glenn's brilliant. Thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, do me a favor. You can look at the numbers one time, but then after that, don't look at them ever again. Okay, seriously, because you never want to transact people you bring into this business. Okay,
Yep.
You never want to do it. The moment you start worrying about them closing for you, you ready? You're screwed as a leader. You've just messed up. Okay, you're no longer cheering for them anymore. You're cheering for yourself. That's a problem. So look at the numbers, check them out, say, okay. The way I looked at it is I need to get 100 wide and I'll get rich. Don't worry about it. Just get 100 wide, I'll get rich. Don't worry about it. Just go and go. And that's the way I promise you that's the way it worked in my old business, and it works here too. But here, no resentment. My man don't hate me. You want to fight? Brandon will beat you up.
I'll watch. I'll watch.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it. He was going to do it. Well, I can run. He can't catch me. Yeah, come on, buddy. I'm kidding. I was going to let Brandon fight for me. Go ahead.
Cool. And if you, like I said, if you want to know more about the numbers, we can talk about it. Daniel does a phenomenal job at explaining this. He has this in the commercial space. In order to get to buy, how would you describe this, Daniel?
I can describe it.
Okay.
So imagine making this amount of money per year. Okay. Well, I'm going to buy real estate, make that kind of money. Cool. Do you have like $5 million with you right now? Who in here has got $5 million with them right now? You don't. But guess what, Yoshi? You keep inviting beautiful people like this, eventually you'll get there and you'll make this. And you didn't have to come up with the $5 million. Does that make sense? Y'all with me? And I always tell people in my other business, they'd say, well, I want to do X, Y, Z, and they have all these big, great plans. I say, can you sell an $85 a month life insurance policy? Because if you can do that, you can eventually get really stupid, stinking rich, right? Here, it's the same thing. Can you just go out and sell a few homes? That's all it is. Just go out and sell a few homes. teach a few other people how to sell homes. In fact, you don't even have to teach them. We got the whole system to teach them. Like Tina's taught more people on my team than I have. Brandon's taught more people on my team than I have. You know why, Julia? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Why would I teach them, right? I'm like, that's a great question. Can you say it louder so Brandon can hear you? You with me? Isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. And not once does Daniel beat me down for that. He's like, that's the system that Glenn built. We got people that are YouTubers that don't even know how to spell transaction that are making like $30,000 a month off their revenue share. They don't even know how to do a transaction. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go off on a deep end there. You better switch gears there.
And that's only there if you want to, right? There's, like I said, EXP has so many faucets for you to either increase your production, whether it's, through training, all the other tools we have, and you also with stock as well. There's so many things you could do to build wealth for your family. You just got to pick it, right?
Let me show. Can I show you this in live person? Yeah. Tina, can you come up here? Can you come up here? What was your name again? Say it one more time. You sell?
Yourself.
Come up here real quick. So here's how co-sponsorship works. So let's say I know this beautiful woman right here, and I say, hey, I want you to join my team. I'm excited. We're opening up in Korea, by the way. Do you know that? Oh yeah. And so I'm excited. I like who she is. She doesn't have a real estate license, which fires me up even more, right? Because now she doesn't have bad traits. Like I'm more excited at that. Seriously, there's some people in here I wouldn't hire. I'm kidding. I love you all. God bless you. But I know it's a joke. But I hire her. Now, how am I going to train her? Y'all heard me. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, this is where I get to say, hey, Tina, will you come here? Stand right here. So Tina, I say, Tina, here's what I want you to do. I want you, no, get up here. So let's go even. So we're all even, the three of us, right? And I get to say to her, Tina, I'm going to put you in as a co-sponsor because I want you to train her because I don't know how to spell real estate. Tina's like, cool, I got you. You with me? Now, Tina gets financially rewarded for this. I get financially rewarded for this. So we are all what? Happy.
Helping each other.
Well, you still
We're
get
helping
you still get financially rewarded too.
You still get financially, yeah. She's
getting things done.
Yeah, so she's getting training, yeah. And then you still might say, hey, you know what? I want to invite someone in here, but I'm just getting started. I can't train them. Don't worry about it. Yoshi, come up here. So now Yoshi, she's going to be part of the system. She's going to stand right there. So let's stand in a perfect line. Perfect line.
It's not perfect anymore. It goes down.
So check this out. Melissa, I hired Yusil, but she's training her and getting financially rewarded for it. Now I get to go out and find 50, 60 more people. And I find Brandon. Oh, home run right there, right? Rock on, right? But then Yusil finds someone and she can't train them. Who's Melissa, come up here. So Melissa's brand new. Yusil finds you because y'all are new neighbors, right? But she can't train you because she can't spell real estate either like me. But she says, Yoshi, will you do it? And then boom. So this right here is co-sponsor. This is how it works. Y'all with me? And the reason I'm having a stand in a line is because that's exactly how it is. We are all one team here. This isn't a hierarchy where I'm above her. I am now your boss, Tina. Listen to me. I want to tell you how to do this thing, right? That's not what it is. We are all pulling together in this deal. Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely.
God, give them all a hand. Y'all go sit down. So that's how and truthfully, I was excited when I first got here. I met this young man. He says, hey, let's go to breakfast. I said, let's do that. We go to breakfast. And as we were sitting at breakfast, Jacoby, I was like, man, I'm gonna work with this guy. I don't know how. I don't know how we're gonna do it yet because we didn't have co-sponsorship back then. I don't know how it's gonna work yet, but I'm gonna work with him, right? And then Glenn came to him and I and said, hey, I want to work something out for y'all. We're gonna call it co-sponsorship, and I'm gonna let y'all work together and build together and share y'all's knowledge. I know how to lead people through teams. He knows how to do tons of transactions. He's also an amazing leader as well. You see what I'm saying? And then we said to Glenn, hey, why don't you open this up for everybody? Like seriously, everybody should have co-sponsorship. Y'all agree?
Yes.
Y'all.
Can I add something?
No one's going to question that? Okay, cool. That's the way it happened.
Well, I love the collaboration part because, for example, I met her last year. We found each other. We live in the same neighborhood, and we were on a walk, and she just showed a little bit of interest about real estate, and I was sharing how much and why I love it.
Yeah.
But at that time, I couldn't tell her come with me because I was in a broker where I was by myself. And me bringing agents, obviously, there is a big commitment and responsibility, and it takes time. And I didn't have that because I'm busy already selling.
Yeah.
But when I came here and I found the collaboration part, that if I bring someone, I am bringing it because obviously I believe in the model, but also because there is all the resources
So let me ask you a
to
question.
help her.
Let me ask you a question, because I know where I love what you're saying, but I want to
Yes.
clear it up for everybody too. So Yoshi, you want to build a revenue share, right?
Yes.
But Yoshi, guess y'all ready for this? Yoshi needs to do transactions to do what? Make money.
Right.
Because she's got to pay the bills. See, this is not an either or here at EXP.
Yeah.
Yoshi doesn't have to come to me and say, Paul, I can't build right now because I have to do transactions. Paul, you don't understand. I need money now. I don't have time to do it. This is not an either or. Now she can do both.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have to train. You can, but you don't have to. You got collaboration, like you're saying, and everybody gets a trainer.
Yeah. Yes. And
drop that mic.
yeah,
I know
so
I said it,
I was already right. Like Brandon said, we're already doing what we're supposed to as agents, selling. But now it excites me that I get to share, right? And I get to invite, and I get to invite her not just with me, of course.
Yeah.
You know, we live in the same neighborhood. We're close to each other, but I will never be able to reach her circle.
Yeah.
Because her circle is hers, her friends, you know, the people that she meets in tennis. Even though we live in the same community, she has her own group that I will never be able to reach.
Yeah.
Right. And then when I came here and I know that there is a Korean group, right? There is Daniel connected me with a Hispanic group, which, you know, I love, is in my blood, right?
Yeah.
But then he connected me with Brandon, which is a top producer, and I obviously am excited to learn a lot
he's
more.
a half and half group.
Yeah, he's in the half and half like me category, but you know what I love?
Yes,
Yes,
he did.
you
He
know,
really
but
did.
you
He
know
really
what I
did.
love? I
really
love
did.
that Brandon, I've been an agent for 10 years, and Brandon has been an agent for 5, correct?
Almost, yeah.
5. But him being with EXP, he sells double than me. I checked your reviews. You have double the reviews than me. And I mean, yeah, it's like 5 years, he's double what I've been able to do, you know, in 10 years. I'm
And
like,
here's what I'll
that
tell you,
is so
Brandon.
excited because I get to learn from him.
It's funny because I'm excited to learn from you too. So it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
I took the microphone.
I love the collaboration part that we get to, you know, learn from each other.
Yeah.
And that I am able to connect her also, you know, with maybe a group that she will feel comfortable doing, and yet she still has my help if you were to.
So let me say what Brandon would say to what you just said. Brandon would say it's not him the reason he has the double. It's because of the collaboration of the team.
You read my mind, dude.
Yeah, because
How'd you do
that I'm just.
How'd you do that?
But hang on, we got to go.
And the tools.
The support tools. You can
the
do the
people.
presentation next week.
And the
Okay?
people. Let's go.
Go.
I mean, I think that's really it, man. If you want to learn more about it,
Hang on.
I'm sorry.
I
Go ahead.
want to close with something.
Go ahead.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So let me just say all this. We have what I believe is the best platform in the world. Everything's great. But at the end of the day, it's about you.
Yep.
In the day, it's about what's going on in your life. And that's what I love even more about what we're accomplishing and doing here. Because to us, it's not about training by videos. Here, watch this video, watch that video, watch this video. It's about us getting to know who you are. Because right now, you're wrestling with yourself. And that's why you're not achieving. Like right now, we're at 2025. We're coming to the end. Who is not at the goals that they wanted to hit for 2025? Be real. Be real. Be real. Yeah. I mean, it's you know, but here's where a winner will separate themselves. They'll say it's on me. There's something I've been struggling with. There's something I've been battling with. There's something that I have dealt with. Now, we don't know what that struggle is because you do it alone, right? Is anybody in here? And I'm not asking for the theologian King James version, and I'm not asking you to explain what this is. I'm just saying, I just want to ask a simple question. Do y'all know the story of Jacob wrestling with the man? Okay, so he's wrestling with this man. Don't chime in and tell me who the man is. That's not the point of this story. But he's wrestling, and wrestles all night long. And finally, the man says at the end, let me go, right? And he doesn't let him go. Do y'all remember what he says to him? Okay, but that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is this. Y'all are, and by the way, no one knew Jacob was going through that battle. Am I right? No one knew what battles he was going through. Am I right? Is everybody listening? Am I right? Yes. No one knew what battles he was going through. Guess what? Everybody in here is going through a battle, and no one in here knows what you're going through. Y'all with me? But see, this is a safe place where you can say, hey, can I pull you to the side? Can I just tell you what I'm going through? Can I tell you what I'm struggling with? Let us help you. Because until you get rid of that personal crap going on in your life, you're not going to the next level. I don't give a crap about, I got willpower. This dude's got willpower, crazy willpower. I got crazy. I run ultra marathon. I got stupid willpower. But guess what? It will only get me so far if I don't deal with the personal crap, right? You got to deal with the personal to get the business to go to the next level. And what Daniel's created here with this friendly environment is we can come to someone and say, hey, listen, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what's happening to me. I can't tell you, Teresa, how many people in this organization have come to me and say, can I just talk to you about something I'm going through? And they just break down and tell me, like, hey, let's get through this together. Let's fight through this together. Because you start, see, no one knew what Jacob was fighting with, right? And there's arguments. Was it an angel? Was it God? Was it this? I think it was with himself. I know the theologian in here is pissed off right now, but I understand it was an angel of God. But I believe it was with him. Who woke up at 3 a.m. last night battling with something? Don't raise your hand. But seriously, think about it. Jacoby's raised his hand. I told him not to. He doesn't listen. But seriously, many of us in this room here woke up at 3 a.m. last night dealing with something. Not because we drank too much liquid, but because they had to go to the bathroom. I'm talking, we're dealing with crap, right? And that's okay. But you can get rid of that dysfunction and excel on a level you never thought possible. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. From 2012 to 2020, I built a multi-million-dollar company. I sold it for multi-million dollars. And it's, you know why, Tina? Because I got rid of the dysfunction. Now, there's still a lot of dysfunction there. Would you agree? No, I got a lot.
It's overcoming with that.
Overcome. But what I'm saying is we all got weird thoughts, right? We all got thoughts like, you know what I'm saying? Where'd that come from? Don't worry. We're all human beings here. And we're all going to come together. And we're going to build each other. We're going to grow with each other. That's why Daniel does the barbecues. Not so we can glad hand, oh, hey, yeah, everything's great. I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Bull crap. You're blessed, but you got stuff going on in your life, right? It's okay to say you're blessed, but at the same time, you got stuff going on. And that's what makes Daniel's group so powerful is we get to share and say, hey, you know what? Now, don't come up here and share with everybody. That's weird. Have some prudence to what you're saying, but find somebody and be real with them. The more real we can be together one-on-one and connect with each other. See, it's a myth that the company's growing. No such thing as a growing company. That's bullcrap. It's a lie straight from the pit of hell. What grows are the people in the company. Therefore, the company grows. If the people inside the company aren't growing, the company ain't growing, right? And I can tell you right, something's going on right now in Daniel's group. The people in here are growing. This man right here, he did his first presentation in 2025. He did it in like 30 seconds. Do you remember? I mean, he was up here. Now, me and Daniel understood what he was saying because we hung around him enough. No one else knew what the hell he was saying. Dude was fired up. Oh my God. Dude was really fired up. Then we were like, I want on what he's on. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, look at the growth now. He was calm up here.
I know. I accepted this yesterday. You didn't even know. You didn't even know we were doing this presentation until this morning.
I don't.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But he's grown so much. Why? Because he's talking to people. He's being real with people. He's not just living the superficial bullcrap that most companies deal with. Most brokers just deal with. We get to know each other. We cry together. We're going to win together. Y'all with me? I heard last week when we were at North Texas, whatever, one of the best producers in all of EXP said she had a chance to hang out with Daniel and just cry with him. Remember that? Just cry with him. How has the best producer got problems? I thought money solved everything. It doesn't. But you need people. And that's what Daniel's bringing to the table is people. So that's the most powerful thing we got. EXP is great. Nothing's better, right, Tina? Nothing's better. But the people, I don't want to pass on the people. If all these people said, we're going to go sell magic markers next week. I'm selling magic markers next week. No shit. Shoot. I was doing so good. I don't care what we sell next week. I'm going because the people here are so powerful. Y'all with me? Love you guys. Thanks for signing us up for this.
Thanks, man. Oh, let's do that again. There we go.
That's two white boys right there. I look bad. Love you guys. Go eat yours. I'm getting mine. Adios.
Oh yeah, really quick. Want to introduce everybody real quick.